Corporate America. Do we love it? Apparently, not a lot of people seem to share my enthusiasm. People don't necessarily like the structure of this form of company. Maybe it's because of the work hours, maybe it's because of the benefits, or maybe it's because of the company itself that they're not treating their employees right. Well, we will see with this video. She's explaining that she's sick of the 9 to 5 or like corporate America. I have some opinions on like corporate America, and we'll see after she explained her position. Let's start.
I'm to the point where I'm just so sick of like the 9 to 5 corporate America. And the thing is, I just got here. I'm 2 years in and I'm already over it. Like the politics, the climbing up the ladder, the people in the room telling you have to work like extra, extra, extra hard to just make it up to the next level. Well, let's be real, the people probably at the top most likely didn't climb the corporate ladder, they just knew somebody.
No, some of them do, and some of them did know each other, and some of them, the people who actually climb the corporate ladder because they've been there for years. You have to understand is that whenever you go into a new job, you're not gonna get the position that you want because there are people who started, regardless of your degree, regardless of what you did, with the exception if you know somebody, and even then, you will be doing some of the work that nobody else wants to do. It just comes with the territory with a new job. You get in, you get trained up, and the tasks that nobody wants to do, you're the one that's gonna eat it, and you're gonna do it, and you're not gonna like it. Like she just said that she's in 2 years and she doesn't want to do it anymore. From the perspective of the veterans that were in the same position as you or like her, for example, they had to do the exact same thing that you had to. And the way that they got up is by grinding hours, grinding like 40 hours, 50 hours, 60-hour weeks. And now you're telling them that you want to get in the position that they're in without having to put in equal amounts of work. To them it seems unfair, and I tend to agree. It would be a different story if she was had experience, but she didn't. She just started there. Does she have experience? She didn't mention if she has experience, but assuming that she doesn't have any experience and she just started, you can't expect them to just put you in the best position for immediately. Nobody. It doesn't work like that. Now, corporate, the grind, the 9 to 5, you have to get up and go to work and do all of these things, right? I find that smaller companies are a lot more tight knit and they really help each other. But in environments where you have big companies, they're more competitive, and you're more of in a situation where you're in a doggy dog type of world. It goes back to like, if you don't like it, you could leave, because if you're expecting them to change just for you, and especially if there are people in that corporation who worked to get to that level by doing the exact same thing that they're telling you to do, it's not going to change. And I don't think you should expect it to change just for you. So if that type of environment is not for you, look somewhere else. Perhaps if the 9 to 5 schedule is not for you, look for flexible work schedules. And people who have experience can negotiate that in their contract whenever they're renewing their contract, or whenever they're doing their reviews. You can negotiate something like that. Hey, I want flexible hours because I'm bringing in this amount of profits, and I've been hitting all of my targets every single year for the past 2 years. So I'm having a family. I need a little bit more of a life balance. I would be doing the same exact work or like output, not output like, but the hours would just shift. So instead of 9 to 5, it's 7 to 3. You start early, you leave early. Or you could switch to a salary or a performance-based salary where you get a set amount per year, and all you have to do is just hit those targets and you're good. But if you're good at your job, you don't even need to worry about that. But it all comes down to something like that. It's just a matter of, are you okay in the environment, or you comfortable, or your purpose, you're fulfilling your purpose. That's all.
Somebody. And some did, but some didn't. But this whole thing of like, we spend 40 hours of the week at work just to survive in corporate America, and then survive in America, and then just survive. Like, I'm so over this. Like, I have a strong like urge to live abroad, because something tells me that they just are doing better and just have a happier life abroad.
Yeah, because they get taxed to hell, and most of the money that they get taxed over there, it gets put back into things that would make the regular person more okay and more happy. They tend to be happier over there, from what I heard. And money's not really, like, let's say, an issue, because they get taxed more over there, but they tend to be happy. I don't know, like, that there are jobs that offer a 4-day work week, meaning Fridays, the best day of the week, you're off. I think that would be amazing if that was standardized across industries, where Fridays you just relax and whatever it may be. But like, we have to understand too, if Fridays everything is off, like some services, like delivery guys, the guys that deliver the package that you ordered yesterday and expected to arrive on time, Amazon 1-day shipping type of deal, everything is going to slow down. So it's a balancing act. We can't have everything, but at the same time, it would be nice to have a little bit more than we actually get. So I get what she's saying. I understand. I agree on that one, because I think it would be so cool if that was a thing.
I got home from work about an hour ago. I'm just sitting here. I ain't turned the TV on or nothing. I'm just sitting here. Tired in the motherfucker, but I ain't.
You know, like, the people who are saying that they're really, really tired, I wonder what type of jobs do they do. Like, I would understand if it was a construction worker. He got home from like being brutalized by his foreman, but he doesn't look like he's dirty or anything like that. He just, maybe he was a delivery driver, I guess. But I always wondered what type of jobs. I would imagine in corporate, it would be more like desk stuff. Like, you're in an office, you're just running around or whatever it may be. But maybe they're just like mentally exhausted. I would think that would be the case. But I wonder what he does, though.
Can't be up all night.
It's my second week in corporate America, and if I had to tell you one thing, stay the fuck away from white women over the height of 5'3". My supervisor, Sam, 5'3" blondie, whose tits show more than her work, invited me out last week to go get a matcha with her since she saw that video. And this was the beginning of the end. We meet at her favorite coffee shop before heading into work. It was Starbucks, and I get a tall dark roast. Then she asked me why I didn't get matcha, but that wasn't the craziest question. She says, "Do you watch Shark Tank?" I told her I love Mark Ruffalo. Who doesn't? Then she gives me a smile, like the Joker before he commits crime, and said, "Stop by my office once your coffee wears off." I didn't know whether or not to contact HR, but the tension between me and Sam over the next few hours was something I'll never forget. So once the coffee...
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If let's just finish on this. That is one thing you never want to do. I understand that you're in close proximity to a person that you are attractive to, but working and mingling with, like, going out or trying to date somebody that works at the same place, it gets messy, and there's no guarantee that you and her or him would work out. That just makes an awkward work environment. But that's a crazy 2 weeks in corporate. Maybe he's winning in more ways than one, better than a lot of the people that I saw on this video. But generally speaking, or like what I would like to finish off on, is more what the first lady was saying, that a lot of people climb the corporate ladder, which is very, very tiring. I don't see myself personally doing that. Depending on what type of work it is and if I'm interested in it, and if it brings me great joy, and I don't necessarily need to think about it too much every time I go out or I get up for work or whatever it may be, yada, yada, yada. If it's something that I'm passionate about, climbing the corporate ladder is not a big deal to me, because it will happen naturally because I am interested in it. And I think it comes down to what you like, what you don't like. Do you like the environment? If you don't like the environment, you should just simply leave, because your mental is more important. But mental health doesn't pay bills. So that's another thing you need to think about too. And if you're in a situation where you're making these types, or you need to make this tough decision, I would recommend just like reflecting and ask yourself, where would you want to be in 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 50? Do you want to be working here at 50? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? It's up to you though. That's it. Damn, my feet are killing me, bro. Okay, I need to go get ready.